Hey, I am the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we're going to do the top 10 hidden gems for the Nintendo Gamecube. Also, stick around at the end of the video to watch how to get the very best picture quality out of your Nintendo Gamecube games. Also, I want to throw an honorable mention out here to The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, because it is a super great game that not many people have played despite being a Zelda game. That being said, it's not hidden enough, so let's do this right now.
Second Opinion Games.
Number 10, Sonic Gems Collection. Sega was bringing a lot of Sonic games over to the GameCube, so this one was really easy to get lost in the mix. It does have a super good Sonic game, aka Sonic CD. However, also on this disc is some terrific Sega flops. It is really hilarious to see how bad Sega could have gotten with the Sonic franchise, whether it be racing or just really bad Game Gear games, and hilarious fighting games. This is an absolute must-have for your gems collection. Number 9, Odama. Odama is one of those games with voice controls, and you could tell your troops to move left or move right, or to rally or attack and move forward. Just some basic simple controls there, which is good because there's a lot going on. It's also a pinball game mixed with a war game, which is freaking crazy. You have a bell that you have to move across the screen, sometimes you have to open up a pathway in front of you, or sometimes more complex things like grab a ladder and set that up first. The board controls similar to Super Monkey Ball, so you could kind of lean the ball a little bit either way. The ball does move a little slow at spots, but that's half the game. This is so low on the list because the learning curve here is very steep. So once you get into it, though, you're going to have a terrific time. Just give it a little bit, okay? Number 8, Sega's Soccer Slam. Well, Mario's attempt to make an arcade-style soccer game seems to have stolen the show. Sega fires back, and everyone looked the other way. However, they really shouldn't have. This game has a crazy cast of zany characters, almost no rules to follow, so there's no one taking a dive to get a red card, and crazy power-ups, bicycle kicks. Setting up goals have never been so much fun. Sega's Soccer Slam is even better than Mario Strikers if you just give it a little bit of a chance. And the graphics look absolutely amazing on top of it. The sound effects are great, and the music is awesome as well. Definitely pick this one up if you're a soccer fan. Number 7, Simpsons Road Rage. Do you like Crazy Taxi? Because this is a blatant Crazy Taxi clone, set in the Simpsons universe, complete with their awesome sense of humor. There's about 30 characters in this game, and they all bring their exact flavor from the show, along with about 6 huge worlds. Also, with the help of an adapter, you could even use a Super Nintendo controller to play this game. This is one of the funniest games I've ever played, and being a huge fan of The Simpsons, it's an absolute must-have. Definitely pick it up because you're going to have a great time playing into the night. The controls are a bit better than playing on Crazy Taxi on the Dreamcast, and everything feels pretty much right on. This is a great game. Number 6, Teen Titans. Forget about Teen Titans Go. This is a slightly less zany version of Teen Titans based on the original cartoon, complete with the opening theme song. On top of it, you and 3 of your friends can have an awesome time beating up everything in sight, including bunny rabbits or the Hive. This is a great party game, and anyone who loves the original Teen Titans cartoon can thoroughly enjoy it. Anyone who doesn't love that can also enjoy it, as it could be a great drinking game as well, and you'll have a blast with all the different power-ups, and Beast Boy turns into lots of different creatures here. I like the alligator. Number 5, Go Go Hyper Grind. This game comes from the same people that brought us the Ren and Stimpy show. That means zany characters and plenty of them, along with some very crude attempts at humor. Also, this game was brought to us by Atlas, which their other major game seems to get a ton of attention, and this one seems to slip by. It's a Tony Hawk ripoff with cel-shaded graphics, and it looks amazing because of it. It holds up very well to this day. I love the trick system and grinding on rails. Overall, this is a total complete package, and I will take this over Tony Hawk any day of the week. Number 4, Zoocube. Talk about a game that's hard to explain. Zoocube is a puzzle game where animals, you have to sort of match them up. It's kind of crazy. You need lots of spatial configuration stuff in your brain. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. It's a puzzle game. It's 4 players. It's pretty darn good, and eventually you'll start get the hang of it, doing combos and shuffling animals around. This is very confusing and a highly addictive puzzle game. Up to 4 players, tons of different levels, bonus levels. It will have you playing well into the night and to the point where your brain starts to rot, like mine, right now. Number 3, Alien Hominid. Alien Hominid is basically just a Metal Slug clone. You could do pretty much all the same moves, though the left and right buttons on top can make you roll in either direction. You have a few more tricks up your sleeve, and as a cute little alien, you'll have a great time completely murdering all these FBI agents, cutting them open, bisecting them, and fighting against huge bosses with patterns that you'll quickly learn how to spot. This is one of the best looking Nintendo GameCube games, and it's just so fun and fast and full of gore, you'll forget that you're playing it on a cute little purple lunchbox. Number 2, Fight Night Round 2. The Fight Night series has been around for a relatively long time, with smooth animations, great music, and awesome fighting controls. But I don't want to talk about any of that because this version of the game has Super Punch-Out on it. This would have made it take the number 1 spot if it wasn't for a couple of things they messed up with this game. Biggest part being you have to use the D-pad, and the GameCube D-pad is pretty much trash. Also, it was meant to play on a CRT, so if you're playing on a modern TV, chances are your timing's going to be a little bit off. That being said, it has the full Super Punch-Out game on here, and I absolutely love that game. One of the best boxing games ever made, in my opinion. Certainly, this Super Nintendo game on your GameCube is darn good reason to own it, and it can be had for about $20. Number 1. PacMan World Rally. PacMan World Rally is Mario Kart in the Pac-Man universe. See, Namco had the rights to make Mario Kart in the arcades. They took all that knowledge and they transformed it into Pac-Man's own kart game. So there you go. If you like Mario Kart, you're gonna love this. It is one of the best games for the system and definitely a hidden gem here. There's fruit that you could eat to unlock shortcuts. There's also straight up shortcuts and power pellets that can transform you into an invincible chopping machine. So if you think you're about to get hit, save that transformation and eat some ghosts while you're at it. There is tons of different characters to pick from. The maps are all awesome and tons of unlockables. This is definitely one of the very best games of the entire generation, and it is completely hidden. I really like the Ghost House levels, and it is definitely deserving of our number 1 pick for most best hidden gems on the Nintendo GameCube. Now, time for that tip I told you about. Rather than buying some super expensive cables for your GameCube or some crazy adapter that some guy made in his garage somewhere, why not just buy a really cheap backwards compatible Wii and an adapter that lets you hook up HDMI? The HDMI adapter here costs about $5 with shipping, and it is absolutely a must-have for getting the best picture out of your GameCube games and just makes everything much more enjoyable. On top of it, it's probably not going to brick your system. So, there you go. You're welcome, guys, and I'll see you again sometime.